we were buying stuff, and he was like, "Do you guys take military discount or whatever?" And they're like, "Yeah. What's your Lowe's ID?" And he goes, "Oh, I don't have one, but here's my military ID." And they're like,
My
"Oh,
military.
we can't."
Sorry, I didn't serve in the Lowe's Air Force.
Recording. Welcome back to the OOFPOV.
Got to start it off right, you know.
Quick little, give me the juicy one. Disgusting. Welcome back. It's good to be back.
Oh yeah, coming back with a little dysentery. Not too bad.
For sure. Right on the Oregon Trail. Dysentery. I've never played that game. You played that game?
I did. I've played it multiple times, but I've never paid attention enough to even get to the end or die of dysentery.
All the hype in school, but I never once saw anybody play it. I never played it. So
there was a family that we knew. They had some kids, and they showed me a toy that they had. It was the Oregon Trail in like a handheld console.
Oh,
and it was actually pretty fun. It looked like a little arcade machine, and it was actually pretty fun to play it like that. I don't think I ever played it on like a computer or anything like that. But random thought: if you get dysentery, you leave Oregon trails. Just thought of that.
You got to put you got a joke tap in there.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't.
Soundboard.
How about no, that's not it. No, that's not it. No, sorry, I got nothing.
Here, I'll retell your joke, and then you do. Give me just a sound. Don't tell me what it is. Just do a sound. Fun fact is, if you get dysentery, you leave Oregon trails. So stupid, the dumbest thing. So dumb.
I wanted to do the X-Files. You leave Oregon Trail. Thought you would have known.
Oh, surprised you didn't know that.
Surprised you didn't know that.
Well, went to Florida, came back 2 weeks later. It was good. It was a good time. Had a blast. Had a good time.
Did you meet any of your alligators?
I saw 2 baby alligators, and they were in a store. I didn't see any wild alligators.
That's kind of a ripoff.
What good is Florida? Here's actually what Florida is. And I've been saying this the whole time I was there. I grew up there and didn't notice this, but this is what it is. It's a lot of driving. Everything is at least 30 minutes away from you. Everything. It's a lot of car washes because you have all bored old people in Florida. So what are they going to do?
Washing their Corvettes.
They're going to go get unlimited car washes and then just go through the car wash, vacuum out their car. Nobody's in your Corvette, Gary. All right?
You're not driving anybody around.
You're not going anywhere.
Heaven knows your wife doesn't want to ride in your Corvette.
What are you vacuuming? Your wife. And it's a lot of restaurants, but here's the thing about the restaurants is that they close a year later, so it's just constantly new restaurants in Florida.
I guess it's just always got something new going on.
Nothing is sustainable in Florida besides new jobs.
To me, all of Florida was Miami when I was growing up. Every time I saw a CSI Miami episode, that's what I thought Florida was.
Oh.
It is not. It is, it's a lot of the South.
It's trash.
Then I started to meet people from Florida.
Hey.
Well, I mean, you turned out okay. No, I think later in life there was just more people that I knew from Florida who looked like Theo Vaughn.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But
Yeah,
At
he
least
is.
Theo Von looks good, you know. He has all of his teeth. But
Yeah, Theo
I
Von
started to
is.
meet people from what is it, the Keys or something like that?
Oh, sure.
The swamp people
Yeah, who live
in
in the water on a boat.
yeah, on a boat. It's like, "Oh, I had no idea there was this whole swamp level of Florida." But yeah, it's a lot of it.
Which is they're like getting rid of the swamp. They're caging
Well,
it
where do
off.
you think Florida
People
Man
aren't
comes
going.
from?
Exactly. We've got bath salts. We've got smelling salts. We've got sea salts.
The last Bed Bath and Beyond.
It's true. Florida is fine to visit. It
Yeah.
would suck to live there again. I would not do it.
And you visited early in the year. So was it still 90 degrees and 80%
No, it
humidity?
was very nice. It was a nice, it was
Oh.
cool, breezy. It was sunny and breezy, and it wasn't muggy. Sometimes it would get muggy in the house. Um,
Yeah,
but
that's something that I would absolutely hate. I don't mind a little bit of humidity outside, but if
yeah.
it's inside the house, the humidity is inside the house. Ah! Just get a dehumidifier. I don't want to buy like 60 humidifiers, okay?
I,
Now the air's
I,
too dry, I'm getting nosebleeds.
what's that one
Let's put a
landlord?
humidifier
Have you
next to the
seen
dehumidifier.
the landlord? Yeah, that landlord TikTok. She's like making fun of like a Airbnb host or something like that, and she goes, "We're gonna come by later and fill up the humidifier and remove the water from the dehumidifier." But Florida, it was sometimes it was sticky in the house to where like I just felt dirty on my legs, and my legs would like stick to my bed sheets. And I asked my family, I'm like, "Do you guys? Is this normal for you? You guys experience this?" And they all said no. So I guess I was just a sticky person.
Oh my gosh. And coming from, the Pacific Northwest where it is very wet all the time,
Oh yeah,
it it feels like it wouldn't be that much of a difference, but it's just hot there,
good amount of wet. It's a dry heat. It's a
It's a dry.
it's a dry. It's a wet
That's
sticky
what I
heat.
deal with.
It's
For
a
me
dry
though,
heat.
in the winter, I was just noticing this the other day. I wore a hoodie yesterday for the first time since November, I think, or October. And I
Oh
was like, I just don't get an opportunity to wear my hoodies ever
yeah,
because I get way too hot all the time.
really?
Throughout the winter, we even in negative temperatures, I could never wear a hoodie indoors. It was never cold enough indoors, and our apartment had us they made us raise our internal temperature so that the pipes wouldn't freeze, even though
Oh,
that's not going to be a problem. But I
shut
was
the
sweating
fuck
throughout
up.
the winter in my
Yeah.
own in my own apartment. I was sweating, and so it's just annoying. We finally turned the heat off because it got almost to 70 degrees the other day. So
Oh
I was
my
like, yeah,
god.
I'm not heating it up in here when it's already that hot
Were you
outside.
guys still doing that so the pipes wouldn't freeze?
Yeah, well, I mean, it was in the 20s this morning, so it happens.
Fuck
It
'em.
it has happened,
You
but
know what?
yeah, for me, I don't
Those
care. I'd rather
pipes.
be comfortable. I would
Yeah.
rather be comfortable and have the pipes freeze for the apartment to fix because
Uh-huh.
I'm not gonna care,
It's the
than have to sweat throughout the winter for it to maybe happen.
right.
They wanted us to keep it at 68 degrees inside, and I was like, "We've never had a pipe freeze. No one
You
at
you
this
do it.
property has ever had a pipe freeze."
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're in cahoots with the electric company.
When it's negative 20 outside, me keeping it 70 degrees in my apartment's not gonna prevent pipes from freezing.
Yeah.
It's just not. So, because I usually keep it at, like, 65. That's my favorite temperature,
Yes.
but
Yeah, that's a good one.
yeah, and if I could, I would even go to probably 60, but
If it gets too cold, I'll kick the heat on, but I am a bigger person, so I would rather just deal with the cold and add clothes onto myself.
Yeah, I'd rather put layers on
Blanket.
because I have nice hoodies, and I never get to
Let
wear
me
them, and
wear the
it's so. Let me
hoodies.
wear a hoodie. I can't. And the other thing, the only other option is to wear a hoodie with a shirt underneath it, so I can take the hoodie off. But then it's like, what's the point? What's the point of wearing the hoodie?
Do you wait?
Yes.
Do you wear hoodies without shirts underneath?
I mean, I always have an
Sean, what the
undershirt.
fuck is that? Oh, okay. Okay.
I always. I mean, I'm an adult. I wear undershirts, but but no, I don't wear an undershirt, then a shirt, then a hoodie. That
I
makes
don't
no
think
sense.
people do that.
No, I get that. Everybody wears a shirt under their hoodie that they could then take the
Yes.
hoodie off because
Okay.
they treat it like a jacket. But for me, I can't do it. I can't have
You get
a hoodie
boob
and a
sweat
shirt.
on your t-shirt. You get
I
armpit
sweat
stains.
too much with t-shirts that have sleeves that are a little too long.
No,
I need to add. I need to start adding hoods to just t-shirts and then call it good. A short sleeve t-shirt with a hood.
Don't even wear the hood, or the hoodie. Just bring it, like, lay the hood on top of you and have the
Have it
rest
go
of
to the shoulders.
have the rest of the hoodie kind of hanging on your back like a cape.
I did that in high school. I'm pretty sure.
You freaking nerd.
I remember
you probably had a fat backpack too. Or you had a rolly backpack.
No,
you freaking nerd.
I had a shoulder bag. I used a satchel when I was in high school.
Oh, I actually had one too in middle school.
I still have it was a denim shoulder bag, and I loved it so much. It was way better than a backpack.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
I want to get a nice leather one, but they're kind of expensive.
Oh, for like Indian Johns.
Yeah, Indian Johns. I have a nice satchel.
That's not what I meant. Indian Johns. Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
Oh. Somebody needed to do it. Someone needed to do it.
I was hoping that was the right key because I couldn't remember where it was.
Here's something. I went to Publix. You ever been to a Publix?
I mean, I go out in public every once in a while.
No. Actually, no, you don't. You're a hermit.
Oh, you're a hermit. You don't even know what the public is.
What is outside? And it's like a Safeway.
Not what is outside.
What's outside.
What is outside.
The outside. What's outside? Publix is similar to a Safeway, but it's better.
Okay.
And
they're famous. Safeway out here.
They're famous for their subs, their custom subs. But you've been to Safeway.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I went in, and it was nostalgic for me to go get a nice pub sub. And I order their new teriyaki chicken sub, whatever. It's a pre-made thing, but they're known for their custom ones. It's pre-made, and I'm like, I'm gonna do that one. And I point to the menu, and I'm like, I'll do the. That's not what I meant. I'm like, I'll do the new. Let me try the new teriyaki, sweet fire, whatever the fuck it is. And she makes it. The one lady puts the chicken on it, and then she sends it down to the veggie station for the other lady to do. And the woman's like, "All right, what veggies do you want on this?" And I'm like, "Oh, just how it comes. Like, I'll just how it is. I'm doing the new sweet fire
menu."
Yes. I said I'll do the sweet fire thing, and she's like, "Yeah, but like this is the veggie section. What do you want on it?"
Did it have veggies listed?
And I read off of the menu the veggies that come on it. I read them to her. I said, "Let me do the lettuce, the cucumber, the olives," and I read it to her.
Yeah. I did that at Subway the other day because they came out with these the sports subs or something like that. They have like a number associated, but it's not like sequential.
Sponsored by Gatorade.
Gatorade, yeah. It's something to do with the NFL, but the different types, the different sandwiches that they have are jersey numbers.
Okay.
Anyway, so it's like I'll order the 7, and then under that there's a 16, and then a 5, and then a 35, and you're like, whatever. So you just pay the number, and then you can make it that way. But every time I've ordered one, they ask me if I want. They're like, "What kind of cheese do you want on it?" It says it's double provolone, so just do that. Like, okay, and what kind of veggies? It's on, and I know that you have the
The
different
placard,
sandwiches.
you know, you
Yeah,
see it.
it's not behind you, so you don't have to just turn around every time. It's right in front of you. I
It's
can see the little tape that's holding on.
yeah. It's that Bill Burr moment where he did the self checkout and he's like, "Oh, I didn't realize I was working today."
Yeah, exactly. Oh man! And then you ask for a tip at self checkout.
At self checkout, where the hell was I? I don't remember, but there was a tip option, and I was just like, "No, why am I?
Yeah.
What am I tipping for? You
If
want to
I
give a
have
tip?
to
Give a tip."
approach, yeah. If I'm approaching some sort of a counter, no, that's part. No, we're not doing this.
I'm only doing sit down restaurants to where I am being served by somebody. That's where I'm
And it's
tipping
going
at.
directly to the waiter.
Yes, or like small local like food trucks, stuff like that. I'll tip at that, but I'm not tipping for you doing your job.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because you don't
And
work on tips. You don't work for the tip, right?
any
That's
place
not
that
your
you approach
wage.
a counter, yeah, any place that you approach instead of sit down and have somebody approach you, yeah, they're not working on tips. They
Like,
don't.
would you tip at a Baskin Robbins?
Never. Oh
Fuck
my
no.
gosh.
Why?
But I gave you those
Why?
samples. They're free
Oh,
samples.
free sample. Give me 6 more
Don't.
then.
Yeah, give me 15 cents on top of whatever you're going to pay as a
Yeah.
tip for me giving you free samples. You're just charging me for the free sample then. That's not free.
I'm just starting to not feel bad for not tipping. And
I just want the whole tipping atmosphere to go away.
I want it to go away so bad.
I like throwing a little extra somebody's way if they do a good job, and if they need a little support, but I don't think it should be something that people have to file their taxes on. You know,
Yeah.
you shouldn't have to say how much you made in tips on a what is it? What do you fill out?
W4?
1040?
1099? No.
Well, oh yeah, 1099 is what if it was self-employed.
Yeah, 1099 is like a subcontractor.
Gosh. It's part of your W-2. So
Yeah.
when you get your W-2, it should show how much you made in tips and wages. And then when you go to actually file your taxes, you may have to adjust it. But that shouldn't
not
be included.
taxable.
No.
I mean,
90% of what is taxed shouldn't be taxable.
90% of what is taxed should not be taxed. And I've been saying taxation without representation, and I thought that meant like what did I mean? I didn't know that it meant like
you have no idea what your taxes is being used for.
Right. That's what I thought it meant. Like you can't tax me without telling me what my taxes are for. That's what I thought it meant. What it actually means is that if a guy gets out of jail and he can't vote, he shouldn't have to pay taxes or something like that. Whatever it is. He's not being represented in government.
Yeah, exactly. So if you pay taxes, you have a say. But if you don't have any representation for yourself, then you don't.
16-year-olds who are working and who have a W-2 and they should not be taxed. There's no representation for them.
I think at this point
they can't vote. They can't vote.
It's become a culture thing, and so they're just rolling with it. Like, oh, well, they're gonna get used to paying taxes, so let's just give them a little test run.
Ugh, so much greed. Yeah. Oh, and I made $200 this week. Oh, you actually made $120.
Yeah. And after you use that money to go buy groceries, you're gonna get taxed again.
Yeah.
Thankfully, some states don't have sales tax, but
Oregon.
yeah, or Oregon,
Oregon.
and I think Rhode Island.
New
I don't
Jersey.
remember. New Jersey doesn't have sales tax,
Oh,
something like that.
Tennessee? No, I don't remember. Anyway, some of them don't have sales tax, which
Yeah.
also, what the federal government can go fuck itself.
It currently does over and over again.
I don't know. I don't like to give myself a label because I don't understand them, but I'm more like libertarian in the thing where fuck the
Yeah.
federal government, give us state governments, but I also hate that each state is different. Just make them the fucking same.
It's a
Oh,
country, for goodness sake.
it's a
But that's the whole
country.
point. The point of the United States, though, is to give more power to the local level because it's the needs of that community. So
They're not being met.
What one state has for legislation might not work for another state because of the way that their economy is structured or whatever. But
Yeah.
there are a few things that should be a catch-all for all states, but it shouldn't be everything. I don't know. Because the other thing, I like to see it as legislation with states is kind of like a business where if you come out with garbage policies, then people are going to move away. People aren't going to want to live there.
Yeah.
You're just going to attract the same kind of nuts that the same kind of people that pass the type of legislation in the first place. Like, we're going to make it mandatory that everybody have an alligator in their backyard. I'm not following that, so I'm definitely going to be
I vote
moving
yes on measure 2 alligator.
to alligator. Okay, for some reason that was reminding me of HOAs because it's kind of the
I
same thing.
fucking hate HOAs, dude.
They're like little federal governments
I
that
hate
have
'em.
just run away with all this trash. I was having a conversation the other day with somebody about HOAs because with my work, I deal with HOAs a lot,
Oh my
and all
gosh.
their because what we have to deal with is when an HOA covers utilities.
Mhm.
Sometimes they'll say, "Well, the water isn't it's shared among multiple houses on the same street, so the HOA will pay the utilities, but then they will charge the homeowners for those utilities." And usually they don't have a way of determining how much usage there was, so we get to figure out all of that crap.
Okay.
But then whenever HOAs start to throw in their own fees and their own penalties and all that stuff,
Yeah.
we don't deal with that. So then whoever owns the property, they have to deal with
Yeah.
those bills. But anyway, it's just crazy what HOAs will charge for.
Mhm.
And the conversation I was having was this guy, he lives in an HOA, and he's like, "Yeah, I hate them. They need to go away because they don't benefit anybody. There's no benefit to having an HOA, and I've never heard anybody say that they were thankful that they had an HOA.
Right. Right.
No one in the world has ever said that." But then he brought up that in one of their HOA meetings that they were having, they were talking about something, and one lady piped up saying that she actually likes having the HOA mandate certain things. And it
Get
was like,
lost.
are you okay in the head?
Go
Really?
away. She's part of it. She's part of the HOA.
She
Voted
has
in.
to be.
She got voted in.
Yeah. And I remember saying, what was it? Oh, I like when I get fined for parking my car in my driveway
You're
or
over
stuff
the
like that.
line. You're over the
You're
line
over the
into your
line.
own
Yeah.
lawn. You're in your own lawn.
But I like it that I can't paint my house the color that I want it to be or plant certain flowers in my own front yard.
There's a
And yeah,
there's a
it's
guy
dumb.
on TikTok who's like fighting his HOA because he read like the contract and there's nothing they can do. They can't evict him or anything like that. He is the
They don't own
homeowner.
the property.
No, he's the homeowner. And so he does things. He just sort of does things and he keeps getting like fined. So he'll just like All right, hey Jerry, what's my fine today? What am I
Oh
being
yeah,
charged
yeah, yeah.
today? And they're just like
I
they just
think I've
hand it out.
seen.
They just HOA.
There's a guy who
They can't
pays
do
his
anything.
fees. He pays his HOA dues specifically in pennies.
Good.
And yeah, and what's funny is that there is an actual law that if your currency, your valid U.S. currency, is refused in payment for the debt, you don't have to pay the debt anymore.
Boom. Look
So
at that.
if you pay in 5,000 pennies, or it's more like 10 or like 100 to a million pennies sometimes, but either way, uh, if you have to pay in that many pennies and then they say, no, we're not taking that.
We're not.
It's
We
like,
can't.
okay, then I'll keep them.
Yeah. Speaking of banks, I went to the bank with my mom and she was like trying to deposit a check, and for some reason they're like, oh, we can't do that here. And
Deposit a check?
deposit a check into her own bank account
Deposit a check?
because the bank had one teller and then 6 kiosks. Hey,
Not my
what
problem.
the fuck is the point of that bank?
You're not a Walmart. You can't just replace everything
You're
with self
not
checkout.
a Walmart. What's the point of that building?
Yeah.
You're just a building full of ATMs then.
You know what, though? You can deposit your checks online with most banks.
You sure can.
So why
Only
can't
up to
they
a
just
certain
do it
amount.
there?
Right.
Well, yeah,
Why
but
can't I do that?
whoever deposits $5,000 in a single day.
Oh, hey, guy. You're here now. Oh, here's another thing.
You're here now.
Here is another thing about you're here now. Is I went to Lowe's, which they have a military discount. I went there with my cousin. He was a Marine. And we were buying stuff, and he was like, "Do you guys take military discount or whatever?" And they're like, "Yeah. What's your Lowe's ID?" And he goes, "Oh, I don't have one, but here's my military ID." And they're like,
My
"Oh,
military.
we can't."
Sorry, I didn't serve in the Lowe's Air Force.
They go, "Oh, yeah, no, we can't. You gotta do you have to sign up for the thing." And he's like, "Oh, can I do that at like customer service?" And the lady's like, "No, you gotta go home. You gotta do it online." And
Gotta go home.
I'm like, forget it.
Home Depot. Let's go to Home Depot.
Forget it. And I buy the thing, I purchase it, and I walk out and I go, "You know what, Gray? Thanks for your service. Because fuck this place."
No kidding.
I have the ID. I am here now. You can see that I have the physical thing. You don't have to trust online. You don't have to trust a computer. I have
card is for.
the card, and it shows me, not me, but it shows me
Right.
who served in the military. Give me the fucking discount. Not me, but it's him. But
No, I get it.
I'm upset for him
No
because
stolen valor here.
you have the fucking ID, and I'm here now.
This is what it's for. No,
And
no, you gotta go home. Oh no.
You gotta do it online.
So-
Forget it.
So what if I did it on my phone?
You can do
It's
it on
like,
your phone.
no.
You just meant online.
You gotta go
yeah,
home.
you gotta go home. We need a home IP address.
It has to be submitted from your own.
We need
router.
to see that it needs to be submitted from a PC. What if I have a laptop? No.
No. You're not understanding.
understanding.
No, I'm not understanding.
Yeah.
Man.
So he went out to the truck to go get his ID so he could get this discount. And he like flips his wallet open to show the ID. And she's like, I can't.
I can't.
I'm
I can't.
I'm here now. You know what? Thanks for your service. If you can't get 5% off of a fucking Lowe's grill, you know.
It was just for some cock.
Oh my
man.
gosh. Holy shit. The world, what is wrong with the world right now?
There's a lot wrong with the world. But I guess there's always something wrong with the world.
I'm a little bit complainy right now. Let me get one more complaint off.
Go ahead, throw it.
And I'll do it. I can't stand when I ask somebody who works somewhere, let's say a store. It's mostly stores, but if I ask somebody where something is and they have to pull out their little phone to look up
Fine,
the item
I'll do it.
to find the fucking aisle.
I do.
How do
Never
you
mind, I'll do
not?
it myself.
Yeah, forget it.
Pulls out a phone. All right, that was his personal phone that he just opened the app on.
How? How? I don't understand that you don't understand the inventory in the store, in the place where you work. I get it. Maybe sometimes you need help on something, but if this is a common item and you can't point me to it, shut the fuck up.
It's not a Bass Pro Shop headquarters, sir. This is an Albertsons. You should know exactly where everything is.
Forget
if
it.
you spent more than 10 minutes in this entire establishment. It's like Costco. You go through every aisle in Costco every time you go in there.
Yeah.
And by this time, if you've been there twice, you already know where everything is.
Right.
So if a Costco employee is having trouble figuring out where something is, just forget it. I'm doing it myself. Never mind. I'm out of here.
Nothing moves.
That's the thing, though. You assume that I even ask employees for help.
That's if I really need the help, or if I need to get in and out. If I don't know the store, please point me to where this thing is. Oh, let me forget it.
Forget it.
Forget it.
That's kind of like Bill Engvall's "Here's Your Sign" sketch, or bit.
Yeah,
where it's like stupid people should just have a sign that's just right on their forehead or something, and they go, "Excuse me, oh, never mind, I didn't see your sign."
oh, yikes!
Excuse me, can you? Oh, sorry, never mind. I'll go ask somebody else.
Oh my gosh, the apps, even at restaurants, if I have to scan a QR code to find your fucking menu, I'm leaving.
Just give me a menu.
Oh, I'm leaving. Just give me a paper menu. What if I don't have a phone? What if I don't have a phone? Are you going to come over and scan the barcode for me and then show me on your phone? Or are you going to give me a paper menu? You're going to give me a physical copy.
When you assume,
you look like an asshole.
It makes your face turn into an ass.
Oh, I can't stand the world right now. Ugh. Anyway.
Yeah. Oh, that reminded me of, you're going from things that matter to things that don't matter. So I wanted to talk about that Neapolitan ice cream thing.
Okay, yes. I wanted to bring this up too.
Because I was just thinking about it the other day, and for me, all right. Let
him know what it is. Let him know.
Here's the two options. When you're getting Neapolitan ice cream, because Neapolitan ice cream is never mixed in with itself. It's strictly one row of chocolate, one row of vanilla, one row of strawberry. Mm-hmm. So you have the option of scooping just out of chocolate, then vanilla, then strawberry, or scooping across all three flavors at once and then putting that in a bowl or whatever. For me, I do it one flavor at a time. And so scooping across, I don't get the balance that I want.
There's no balance. You're absolutely right. There's no balance.
So but then I thought, why is scooping across so jarring to me? Why does it feel like it's just not right? You just shouldn't go all the way across all three flavors. What are you doing to yourself?
Because you're now contaminating the other flavors.
It's all going to the same place. I get that, but
if
I want a scoop of chocolate. The point of the Neapolitan is for the variety. It's like, okay, I'll take a little bit of the chocolate, and maybe I want more strawberry than the other two.
Exactly.
Maybe you do, and you'll never get that if you scoop across all three every time.
Here's why you scoop individual sections. Is because you're right. You want a little bit of each, but you don't want them to touch. Because when I have them now touching, when I have them now as a singular scoop, I'm tasting all of them at the same time. I want a little bit of chocolate first, and then I'll have a little bit of vanilla, and then maybe some strawberry. Oh, maybe I'll mix the
Maybe
strawberry and the
strawberry.
chocolate. But
Yeah.
then it all melts, and you just get an overwhelming chocolate strawberry flavor.
Well, to me, my ice cream never melts. It's gone way too fast.
I like a little bit of a melty ice cream. I like
Oh.
soup. I like a good cold soup ice cream.
Cold soup. Cold soup.
Cold soup.
I like that eventually. Yeah, maybe.
If you scoop across flavors, you're a heathen and you deserve beneath us.
Oh man. And then there's got to be some other debate in this too, where when do you add topping? Do you add toppings to a Neapolitan ice cream? Because if you're adding chocolate syrup onto a vanilla and strawberry, then you're basically just scooping more chocolate. What's happening?
I'm sorry if I'm going to offend you, but if you have chocolate syrup on your ice cream, grow the fuck up.
Hot fudge. Get some hot fudge.
Hot fudge or magic shell.
Yeah, chocolate syrup. There's no good enough chocolate syrup that I've ever had that
especially
would even be
Hershey's
worth it.
chocolate syrup. Ugh.
I have never liked Hershey's chocolate, and I've said it for years, and people apparently recently have just sort of woken up to the idea that Hershey's chocolate tastes like licking a drain pipe. It's just
it tastes metallic.
Well, it's metallic and it's bland. What kind of a personality does somebody have if they prefer a plain Hershey's chocolate bar?
I can guarantee there's no cacao in Hershey's chocolate syrup.
It's like when you get a soda and it says contains no juice,
Yeah.
0% juice. That's one of my favorite things is when it says 0% juice. Just say this is no juice.
No
0%.
No
but
juice.
Yeah, could you imagine Hershey's putting it on there? It contains 0 cacao.
Here's my question. Yeah, it contains no cacao. Yeah, artificial cacao. The 3D printed cacao.
Flavored chocolate flavored candy bar.
We made this with AI. If something says 0% juice, why? Were there people upset who looked at a drink
I'm
and
not
were
assuming that there's juice in it.
Wait, there was people, yeah. Oh,
what am I?
Were there people that were upset when they drank something and they read the ingredients? They're like, juice.
No juice.
No,
Where's the juice?
There is juice. They're upset that
there
is juice. Oh, juice.
Point. Oh my gosh, it's going to be in bold font somewhere on the front. No juice. Juice unblasted.
Oh, juice.
Man, I specifically wanted my sugar.
Coca-Cola is like, hey, if you want juice, go to that V8 bullshit. I like V8.
This is strictly corn syrup.
This is strictly, yeah.
Is that not just corn juice? You shut your dirty mouth.
And sugar. There's sugar in there. There's sucralose.
Sugar. There's sucrose, fructose,
glucose,
glucose,
glucralose,
glucralomos.
Andrew Cuomo. Ron DeSantis.
Ron DeSantis.
Rhonda.
Oh, yeah.
Juice.
I hate the juice.
Who's upset by that? Let's see. I have. This one. This is a spiked drink, a spiked agua fresca, and it says
agua,
real fruit juice, something like that. Splash of real fruit juice.
Splash. Yeah. Oh, hint of real fruit juice.
Whisper of fruit juice.
A whisper of lemon. Lemon is a whisper. I don't know why.
A whisper of sand.
Isn't that so annoying, though? You could have one singular grain of sand in your mouth, and it will wreck your teeth.
It will destroy you.
It's like chewing on another tooth. A singular grain of sand. It's you just know that you're not supposed to eat rocks, apparently. It doesn't break down at all.
That's nature telling you don't eat me.
Don't eat the sand.
Makes me want a hot dog real bad.
Man. Dirt cake. Oh. I need to
What?
make it a sound. I need to put it on the soundboard.
What you got?
Let's get into
Let's
some
get into
TikToks.
TikToks.
Because that's what we do as millennials.
Yeah, we get into
We
TikToks.
just
Do you
get into
think it's
TikTok.
gonna let's talk about this first. Do you think it'll leave? Do you think it'll get banned?
Well, that's what it's looking like.
They've tried 4 or 5 times now. And
However, have you ever heard of oh gosh, what is it called? Nota or something like that.
no.
It's a platform that you create content on this platform, and then you can share that content on other social media platforms.
Oh.
But there's like a key assigned to it so that you own your content.
Oh.
Therefore, if you put it on another site and it gets taken down or something, then you don't lose that content. You still have the content because you own that content. You'll just put it somewhere else, and people will be able to use that as a way of identifying places that has content for you, essentially.
Okay.
So instead of, because right now we have social media platforms where people post their content, and then it's sort of up to the platform itself if that content gets to stay on there or not.
Mm-hmm.
But with this, it's just basically a database that everyone stores their content, and then they can post it wherever they want.
Oh.
And it makes a lot more sense. But that in that way, if something gets banned or something gets taken down because of whatever,
Mm-hmm.
then you don't miss out on your favorite content creators. You can just go find them somewhere else, which we kind of have that right now.
Right.
When people go from TikTok to YouTube to Twitch or whatever.
Patreon, Twitch, yeah.
Exactly. But this is more like a one place to see it all at the same time. And I need to look into it a little bit more to learn more about it, but it makes more sense because with the TikTok ban, so many people have TikTok as their main source of content and content creation.
Right.
But, and then if that goes down, then there goes your whole system. But if you had a place to keep and store all of it where you own the content yourself, because that's the big difference is you put it on TikTok. Now it's TikTok's content technically. Yeah. But yeah.
Fair
and there's
use.
no way. Yeah. So I don't know. It makes more sense. But I'd have to look into it. I can't remember the name of it. And it kind of reminded me of when somebody tried to explain Bitcoin to me. Where I was like,
blockchain.
Okay.
NFTs. Adrian, get in the flask.
Like I understand Bitcoin now, sort of. I understand why it's secure, but yeah, it just there's so many smarter people out there that have methods of getting around the crap that we deal with right now.
Right.
So my original thought was, if TikTok goes away, there's going to be something else.
Right. Honestly,
so
do it if you're doing it. Get rid of it if you're doing it. Like why
we
jerk
will
us around?
Find something else to attach to. Yeah. Facebook's been around for 2 decades now.
I am not going back to Facebook.
Right. I mean, I'm never on there. It's where my family still posts basically everything, and I don't see it because I'm never on there.
Like kids' photos, memes, or like challenges, like copy and paste this if you're truly my friend.
Have you heard of the dead internet theory?
I think we spoke on this, but remind me.
So I don't know if we've spoke on this here, but it's basically where AI is reacting to AI. So there's a whole nother internet that it's just bots talking to bots.
Yeah.
Where bots are creating content and bots are reacting to content, and nothing is actually happening. And it's happening all over Facebook right now.
Good. Fuck them.
There's a guy. Yeah, exactly. There's a guy who he posts these images that are posted on Facebook of stuff that doesn't make any sense. And it's posted as original content or something made by an actual person. And then there's thousands of people commenting on it saying, wow, so cool, or blah, blah, blah. And it's not adding anything. There's no sort of communication at all. It's just garbage reacting to garbage. And the other thing is there's real people in the comment section too, because this guy was like looking through all the profiles, and a lot of them ended up being senior citizens who have no idea how to differentiate something that's created by some sort of image creation software than somebody who actually did some art. And it makes no sense. Some of them are like Raptor Jesus, but it's posted as like a religious post. And then there's so many people in the comment section saying,
Lord.
Praise Lord. Yeah. Praise Jesus. Amen. We need the Lord, all that stuff. And it's just,
my Lord.
Well, do you not see what's happening here? Do you not get this? Darnell Jump. What?
My Lord and Savior Darnell Chump.
I thought you said Darrell Chump.
Darnell Chump.
Darnell Chump. I'm going to write that in November.
Chump.
We want Darnell Chump.
Darnell Chump. Chump 2024.
That should be like a political post for the people. It's like whether you vote for Trump or Biden, you're the chump,
On every Ron DeSantis post I see, I put Rhonda Santis.
Who is this Miss Santis? It's
Rhonda's at it again.
Rhonda's at it again.
Miss Santis.
Did you see there's a video on TikTok of this one lady sharing her boyfriend's For You page?
Yes. Yeah, I think you sent it to me.
I did. And what's funny is that after that video, everybody's For You page started getting those videos.
I saw two of them. I saw the wizard and the piano and the I cast. I didn't watch it.
Mulch.
I cast mulch.
I was honestly surprised because I never had videos like that before. And then suddenly all of them, I saw every single one, and then some more that were like, this is definitely from that guy's For You page.
The wizard piano thing is frightening.
Yeah, it is. Oh my gosh. And, is it a badge of honor? Because a lot of the stuff I get is like woodworking.
When you find a niche video, or just like a something that is a little bit rare, maybe it has 1,000 likes on it or something.
I know.
That is such gold. And then people are like, why is this not viral? Shut up.
Don't make it viral. Don't ruin it.
Just take the little nugget of you were here for this, right?
Exactly. There's a where is he? There is another content creator who has a art style that is very unique that I came across.
Okay.
The heck was that? Anyway, I can't remember his name. Nah, I'm not gonna be able to find it. It was so
very good.
I liked it too long ago. But anyway, he purposely makes like old. It looks like old VHS from like the 80s.
Okay.
And it's 3D animation that's very basic. Okay. But it's such it's such a niche art style that it's kind of nice. He's got a very unique style I don't really know exactly the theme of what he creates, because it's not like any sort of specific type of videos, but he kind of tells stories with that.
Is it an animation
format? Yeah, it's animation, but it's just unique enough, and there's a little bit of nostalgia with it that it looks good. Man, I wish I could remember the name of it.
Yeah, well, you can't.
No, I can't. So, yep, there's that.
Take us out, Sean. Get us out.
Oh, take us out. Okay.
not
So
shit
you
my
want
pants.
to dig us out. Okay. All right, gotta go. After a short little break, this was good.
It was good. It was nice to be back.
Yeah. Got to establish, who Neapolitan heathens are. So, and if you disagree, well, then I disagree.
Agree to disagree.
Let's
That is
let's
the question.
disagree that agree to disagree is a stupid phrase. Anyway, well, that's been us this time, and we'll see you next time.
That's been OOFPOV.